The NASCAR Xfinity Series race officially included for Michigan International Speedway, and we see a lot of big crashes, a lot of fuel mileage racing, a lot of rain delays, and Justin Allgaier picking up his second victory of 2024. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. I just got done watching NASCAR Xfinity Series race in Michigan International Speedway, the Cabo Wabo 250. We got quite a bit to talk about from this race. Let's go and talk about it. So, before the green flag drop in today's race, Ryan Ellis and Joey Gase would have to go to the rear for unapproved adjustments. So at the start of the race, you have Sheldon Creed lead the field from the inside and the outside with Riley Herbst on the inside, and Sheldon Creed got a fantastic run and was able to clear for the lead and held on the lead for a very long time with it being single file. The first caution race came out lap number 16 when Taylor Gray spun from 7th position, was on the bottom of the racetrack near the apron trying to make a move to the inside with it being very difficult to pass. He spun out through the grass and would bring out the first caution. During this caution, we saw Carson Quaffel, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Jeremy Clements, Jesse Love, Austin Hill, AJ Allmendinger, Shane Van Gisbergen, Noah Gragson, Josh Williams all come down pit road while the rest leaders stayed out, and Taylor Gray also got a speeding penalty. So then on the restart, you have Sheldon Creed lead the field from the outside with Cole Custer on the inside, and Sheldon Creed got a fantastic restart, was able to clear for the lead. Meanwhile, Sammy Smith came down pit road, unfortunately with a flat tire. Seemed like he had a leaking tire for the green flag restarted, and he came down pit road with a flat. And then a few laps later, we saw the top four break away with Sheldon Creed having the race lead. But then on lap 25, everything would change. When Riley Herbst tried to make a move to the inside to Sheldon Creed, Sheldon's car being very, very loose as they set the cars up with less downforce. Coming down to turn number 4, Sheldon Creed gets sideways as he unfortunately ends up spinning out. And luckily doesn't get any damage, but unfortunately spins out in front of the field, bringing out the caution. It looked like to me no mistake there by Riley Herbst. Just got him a little aero loose. Sometimes when your car's that loose, you got to set him up to be a little bit deeper, especially when you have a car that has low downforce. You got to set it up to where it's going to have a little more downforce. That would put Sheldon Creed in a tougher position and would take him out of contention at the moment. So then during the caution, Cole Custer, John Hunter Nemechek, Parker Reslef, Brendan Poole, Liam Honeyman, Sam Mayer, Jeremy Clements, Blaine Perkins, Sheldon Creed all come down pit road while the rest later stayed out. So then on the restart, Riley Herbst lead the field from the outside with Justin Allgaier on the inside, and Justin Allgaier got a fantastic restart and was able to clear for the race lead. Eventually, we saw Ryan Sieg get a fantastic run going to turn number 1 on the white flag at stage number 1. Had a great run to the inside and got around Justin Allgaier. Started to pull away. They all tried to catch him, but it would not be enough. And coming out the final corner, Ryan Sieg would win stage number 1. Then the first red flag of the race would happen when rain came to the racetrack. This would not be the last time that a red flag would happen, and NASCAR would go ahead and red flag it for about 10 minutes. After the red flag had happened, during the caution, Chandler Smith lost, Alan Kyle C, Parker Clearman, Matt DiBenedetto, Jeremy Clements all decided to pit, while the rest later stayed out with Chandler Smith winning the race off of pit road, with Ryan Sieg being the race leader. So then on the restart, Ryan Sieg lead the field from the outside with Justin Allgaier on the inside, and we saw Cole Custer try to make it 3 wide and got a great run to the outside and try to take the lead, but I believe that we saw Justin Allgaier, Ryan Sieg able to clear. And then going down the back straightaway, another caution would come out when Austin Hill tried to move 3 lanes across the racetrack to try to get a run for the race lead. He unfortunately goes down the track and sadly gets turned by Carson Quaffel after Hill came down multiple different lanes. Just got loose behind him, got a huge run on the inside, and just lost it there. Carson Quaffel did nothing wrong. Austin Hill tried to go 3 lanes down the racetrack. You can't do that if you're going to make a move. A little bit overkill on Austin Hill's end, and that unfortunately cost Austin Hill a chance and opportunity to potentially win the race because of that move. That was on Austin Hill, unfortunately. Just a major and a big mistake right there by Austin Hill. So then on the restart, you had Justin Allgaier lead the field from the outside with AJ Allmendinger on the inside, and Justin Allgaier got a fantastic restart and was able to clear for the race lead and continue to dominate. And then the next big crash would happen on lap number 50 when Riley Herbst tried to move up in front of Ryan Sieg as Ryan Sieg was starting to fall back. Riley had a great run, tried to make a move to the inside. He goes up the track and basically clears himself when the spotter tells him, and unfortunately Brandon Jones, Sam Mayer, and Cole Custer had nowhere to go. Big mistake on both the spotter and driver's end right there. Riley should have known a little bit better there, but same token, same time, that's also on the spotter. That's their job to tell the driver they're clear. If the spotter's not doing a good job and they tell the driver they're clear and they weren't clear in the situation, that unfortunately is on the spotter. A major mistake by the 98 team right there. That cost Riley a really great run. He had arguably one of the fastest cars in the race early, and it took out a couple really good cars, especially Brandon Jones, who's on the cutoff line. Tough break for all those drivers. So then during the caution, Justin Allgaier, Carson Quaffle, Kyle Sieg, Noah Gragson, Austin Hill, Josh Williams, Kyle Weatherman all came down pit road while the rest leaders stayed out. So then on the restart, you had John Nemechek lead the field from the inside, outside with AJ Allmendinger on the inside, and John Nemechek got a fantastic restart and was able to clear for the lead. He held off a hard-charging rest of the field, trying to hold on, had enough gas to make it, pulled out to about a 4 or 5/10 of a second lead, and coming out the final corner, John Hunter Nemechek would come off the corner and win stage number 2. And at this point, the race to be official with the rain in the area. So then, during the caution, Carson Quaffle, Jeremy Clements, Josh Williams all stayed out, while the rest leaders came down pit road, with John Nemechek being the first driver off pit road with 2 tires. So then on the restart, you had Carson Quaffle lead the field from the outside with John Nemechek on the inside, and John Nemechek and Justin Allgaier got fantastic runs, and they were able to clear Carson Quaffle for the race lead and started pulling away. But then a few laps later, the next caution race came out on lap 67 when Lawless Allen got loose below a couple cars, went up the racetrack, got loose, and unfortunately collected Jeb Burton and Daniel Dye going into turn number 1. Lawless, of course, making his Xfinity Series debut, taking over for Haley Deegan. He had a really good run going, which is a shame. Just a big mistake from someone making their debut. It's a tough break because he was actually having a really good run early in the race. Tough break there. Just a big mistake, though, and it took those guys out of contention in this race as well. So then we saw a little strategy once again. Justin Allgaier, Jeremy Clements, Josh Williams, AJ Allmendinger, Ryan Sieg, Brendan Poole, and Shane Van Gisbergen all came down pit road while the rest leaders stayed out. So then on the restart, you had John Nemechek lead the field from the outside with Sammy Smith on the inside, and John Nemechek had a fantastic restart and was able to clear for the lead. And then the next lap, Shane Van Gisbergen would get a penalty for pulling out of line way too soon. Just a second too soon, trying to make a move on Joey Gase, and he had to come down pit road to serve that penalty. And then eventually, unfortunately, ended up going a lap down. And then at this point, everybody was attempting to try to save fuel because there was potential rain in the area, and he had rain coming on the way. We all thought rain was going to end this race. We also had the drivers thinking we could potentially get to the end and get enough laps in. So then on lap 86, Carson Quaffle made a fantastic run on John Hunter Nemechek and was able to pass John Hunter Nemechek to get the race lead. And Carson Quaffle just started to pull away. But then you had Justin Allgaier, who was starting to charge his way up front. We all knew that Carson Quaffle was not going to be able to make it on field. He would have to come down pit road. And he started just pulling out to near 2 to 2.5 second lead and started gaining a ton of ground. And then eventually Justin Allgaier stayed there making up a ton of ground as well and got by all the other drivers and moved up to second position. And then eventually Carson Quaffle came down pit road and Justin Allgaier would then be handed the race lead after that. And then eventually Sheldon Creed got up to second position, getting by John Hunter Nemechek, and he had a very great run and tried to do everything to keep up with Justin Allgaier, starting to make up a ton of ground on Justin Allgaier. And then everything would change. With 9 laps to go, when Kyle Rutherman hit the outside wall with a blown right front tire, hit the outside wall a ton after being 22 laps down, this would take him completely out of contention. Thank God Kyle Rutherman was okay after that. That was a terrible crash and incident. Thank God for safer barriers, among other things, because that was a very scary hit. Thank God Kyle Rutherman was okay. So then during this caution, Chandler Smith, Ryan Sieg, Parker Kligerman, Parker Reslab, Josh Williams, Liam Heineman, Ryan Ellis all came down pit road while the rest later stayed out. And then rain came in once again. And it looked like NASCAR was potentially going to call it with the red flag being ran out. But NASCAR decided to wait it out, and they waited out nearly 25 minutes. We all thought they were going to call the race, and they waited it out 25 minutes. So then we get to the final restart with Justin Allgaier leading the field from the outside with Sammy Smith on the inside. And Justin Allgaier got a fantastic restart and was able to clear everybody for the race lead. He pulled out to about a 3 or 4/10 of a second lead, and they were all starting to make a ton of ground coming to the white flag. He had everyone behind him like Sheldon Creed and John Nemechek were trying their best to get a fantastic run on him. They wouldn't get that opportunity though, as going down the back straightaway, Cesar Baccarella got in the back of Carson Quaffle, spinning him hard in the outside wall, and Chandler Smith and Kyle Sieg spun to the inside, where Kyle Sieg unfortunately goes upside down and flipping on his roof, basically doing a blowover. Haven't seen that at Michigan in a very long time. Flips multiple different times in the grass. Luckily, he was okay getting out of his car. Very scary situation. Like I said, I haven't seen a blowover like that in a long time, especially at Michigan. Thank God everybody was okay. But because of that, the race would end under caution, meaning Justin Allgaier would come off the final corner and pick up his second win of 2024, his 25th career NASCAR Xfinity Series victory as well. Justin Allgaier won this race by playing the correct field strategy. That's really what it was, because he had a little bit more feel than the rest of the field, and with basically they all thought the race was going to end, but he just had 7 or 8 extra laps at field. That's what really won his race. Now, I'm not saying that Justin Allgaier didn't earn this win. The team played the strategy correctly. They had a really great car today, had a very strong run. They were top 5, top 10, knew they were going to be threats. The 17 made up a lot of ground on the regular season championship today as well. Congratulations to Justin Allgaier getting his second win. Again, a major deal for the 17. They've had the pace speed to contend this year. They've just been very unlucky. Good to see Justin Allgaier pick up his second win of 2024. I think he deserved it. I don't think he had the strongest car in the field, but he did have a very good car in today's race. So now we'll go ahead and take a look at the race results. I'll give my score and thoughts on today's race. So Justin Allgaier picks up the victory. Sheldon Creed finishes second. Once again, he has now broken the all-time record for most second-place finishes before winning your first Xfinity Series race with 11. Came very close to winning today again. You think he's going to get his first win, but it never ends up happening. He obviously had a big day today announcing he's going to Haas factory team for next year, driving a 00 car. Had a really great day today, all things considered. Came back from the spin as well. He finishes in second. John Nemechek finishes third. I feel like Nemechek could probably have maybe the strongest car in this race, especially in the middle portion. He was my pick coming into this race, even though it was a super speedway style package. I knew that 20 car was going to be quick. They had the pace speed, just didn't have the fuel at the end. Well, they did have the fuel, but they weren't as fast as the other two in front of them. But still a really good day for John Hunter. He finishes third. Anthony Alfredo finishes fourth. Solid day for the 5 team. They were top 20 most of the day. Were quiet. They come out with a very solid top 5 finish in fourth. Good day for Anthony Alfredo. Sammy Smith finishes fifth. Quiet day for him. Got a lot of points as well. Thought he was going to run out of gas, but he had enough gas. A solid day for Sammy. He needed this good run. Good day for him in fifth place. Noah Gragson finishes sixth. Third straight top 10 for the Rec Jones Racing team. They had a top 5 run majority of this event. They didn't have the pace speed to contend for the victory, but they had a really good run, all things considered. They are looking to maybe run full-time next year. Good run for Noah Gragson in 6th. Matt DiBenedetto finishes 7th. Another top 10. I think that's his second straight top 10 in a row, and like his 5th or 6th top 10 of the year. So good day for Matt DiBenedetto in 7th. He continues to build up a lot of momentum at the 38 team. Solid day for him in 7th. Taylor Gray finished 8th, comes back from the spin, had good speed early, faded a little bit back, recovered a little bit though. He finishes 8th, solid day for him. Cesar Baccarello, despite the spin and crash, he does get a top 10 in 9th place, and which is pretty good for Cesar, all things considered. And AJ Allmendinger comes home with a quiet 10th place finish. Solid day for him. Parker Kligerman finished 11th, was quite a majority of the day, ran around that 15th to 20th range, never had the pace speed to contend for the win. He finished 11th. Lyndon Honeyman with a very solid day in 12th place. Good day for him. Ryan Seega was really strong early. That damage unfortunately affected him after contact with Riley Hurts. He finished 13th. Ryan Ellis comes back, gets top 15 and 14th. Solid day for him in 14th. Jeremy Clements finishes 15th. Jeb Byrne finished 16th. Shane Van Gisbergen finishes 17th. I think he had a top 10 car at the end of this event. Had it not been for the fact that he had that issue on the restart, he probably would have had a chance and opportunity to get up there and maybe get a top 10. Still, top 20 is pretty good, all things considered. A pretty solid run for Shane. Could have been better, but not a bad day considering the restart violation. He finishes in 17th. Austin Hill finishes 18th. He was fast early, but got that spin. His fault, unfortunately. He does recover, though, to get a top 20. Josh Williams finishes 19th. Parker Reslap finishes 20th. Jeffrey Earnhardt finished 21st. Patrick Emily finished 22nd. Blaine Perkins finished 23rd. Josh Felicki finished 24th. Logan Beeren finished 25th. Carson Quaffle, after the wreck and spin, finished 26th. It's not going to overshadow how well he ran today. He had a top 5 car majority of this event. Every race I've seen this guy run, he's been super impressive. If I'm Junior Motorsports, I'm looking to put him in a car full-time next year because he's been very impressive this year. He finished 26th. Chandler Smith, after the crash, finished 27th. Kyle Sieg, after the flip, finished 28th. Thank God Kyle was okay. I haven't seen a flip like that in a long time at Michigan, so thank God Kyle was okay. Jesse Love finished 29th. Cole Custer finished 30th. Not a great day for Cole. Struggled most of the day. He got that damage and just never recovered. Jesse also had the field issues there. Joey Gase finished 31st. Kyle Weathern finished 32nd. Brennan Poole finished 33rd. Daniel Dye finishes 34th. Wallace Allen finishes 35th. Substituting for Haley Deegan. Brandon Jones finished 36th. Sam Mayer finished 37th after the crash. And finishing last in 38th place is Riley Hurts. So now let's talk about the overall race as a whole. I'll give my score and thoughts on today's race. This race kind of felt like the 2018 Michigan race the Xfinity Series ran. And that race, in my opinion, was not very good. Really, the only exciting parts of this race were the restarts. There wasn't a lot of passing, very difficult to pass. And honestly, I think the fuel mileage stuff made it a little interesting, but you knew there was a really good chance they were all going to make it because they had enough for overtime. So you were really not concerned if they were going to make it or not. So it wasn't the greatest race overall, all things considered. I feel like NASCAR, go back to having an unrestricted package for Xfinity. It kind of worked in Indianapolis a little bit. Today's race was not that good. I didn't really enjoy it. I'm going to give today's NASCAR Xfinity Series race overall, plus with the rain issues, I'm going to give today's race overall a 4.5 out of 10. Wasn't the greatest race overall. I expect more from the Xfinity Series because Xfinity usually puts on the best product. Today's race was not that good. I'm giving today's race a 4.5 out of 10. So, that is going to be today's NASCAR Xfinity Series race review from Michigan. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support on Patreon as well. List description below that, and comment your thoughts below on today's race. Your thoughts on today's race, let me know below. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and congratulate Justin Allgaier on picking up the victory. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hopefully tomorrow on the channel we'll have the starting lineup video for the Firekeepers Casino 400, and we'll hopefully have the NASCAR Cup Series race review from the Firekeepers Casino 400. Hopefully the weather can hold off. And then on Monday, we should have a NASCAR news video dropping with all the motorsports news over this weekend. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.